Good evening and salutations, my YNR fans. So, summer. I'm gonna, I'm gonna try to keep this as positive as I can, but Jesus Christ, this woman sometimes really gets on my last nerves. But Summer is complaining to her parents, Nick and Phyllis, about Kyle's latest stupid act, working with Audra, and somehow how she doesn't want it to affect Harris. Now, I know people are going to sit there and probably give her a bit of a pass because I feel like she is overreacting. So somehow you think that Audra's going to be sitting there hanging out and spending time with Harrison, and that Kyle's stress and everything like that from his stupid decision is going to somehow stress out Harrison. And I'm like, even if Kyle was at your bow, and let's just sit there and say he had a bad day at work, he can still technically stress out Harrison. Also, I feel like that's kind of an insult to Kyle's parenting. Listen, I think that Kyle is an entitled brat, right? But he seems like he's a good dad. And I think he knows how to sit there and, how do you sit there and say it, compartmentalize his stress at the office from his time with his son. So I feel like she's just totally out of pocket with this whole, I don't approve the choices that they're making, and it's going to sit there and affect our son, and this, that, and the third. And Nick is like, I think that you're overreacting. I think that you're borrowing trouble that you don't need right now. And I'm glad that you didn't sit there and start thinking about lawyers and stuff like that, because that never usually ends well. So while Nick is not there being the voice of reason, Phyllis, on the other hand, is not there just feeding into her BS. And the reason why Phyllis is not there feeding into her BS is because, well, let's be honest. How many times have Phyllis sat there and just said some crazy off the wall ish and just expected people to go with it? Just expect people to be like, yeah, sure, yeah, that makes sense. Now, in a lot of ways, she's like her mother, because when you don't tell her something that she wants to hear, or you don't actually agree with her, I can't believe you people are not supporting me, she storms off. Same way her immature ass mother handles situations like that. So she goes to the Abbott's house. She runs across um, Diane Smith this time. I just want to go and check on um, Harris for a little bit, and Diane's like, I need your help or whatever. You just sit there and help me with the Kyle situation. Now, Summer's like, oh, you mean you fired Kyle? And it's like, I don't think you knew the whole truth. So I don't even understand why you open your mouth up with that. But Diane tells Summer about the fact that Kyle and Harris are moving out. So Summer's pissed off. Summer's annoyed because she's like, he didn't tell me that. Now I'm getting blindsided by hearing it from you. So I understood her anger. I understood her anger and her frustration with Kyle. What didn't make any sense was when she was like, "This is all your fault. How could you let this happen? How could she let that happen? What?" I was like, "Bro, you are totally out of line and totally out of pocket for sitting there saying some stupid ish like that." But of course, you're Summer Newman. This is exactly what I expect. And I really, for the love of God, can y'all please stop calling her Supergirl? I feel like that's an actual insult to the DC character. Now, Phyllis does kind of, I guess, explains a little bit of why maybe she's so much in this frenzy, and of course, she also complains about Claire, even though in the same breath she's like Harrison adores her. But I didn't like the hiring process or anything. Okay, but we don't care at this point. Harris is doing fine. Harris likes Claire. Shut up. Um, Now Phyllis explains it like, if if Summer and Kyle actually did work things out or whatever, then maybe she would have prevented Harrison from being, taken away. So on some level, I get her hypersensitive, her being so like, oh, you can't hang out with Audrey because this, that, and the third, but I'm like, bro, he can pretty much spend time with anyone that he damn well pleases, and he doesn't owe you anything. He does not owe you a goddamn thing. And also, why you sitting getting so damn busy up in Cal's business? Why don't you focus on your own relationship? Just saying. Chelsea and Adam. I'm gonna be honest, and this is something that one of my subscribers said. It was like this decision for them to sleep together made very little sense, right? It wasn't that much alcohol where it was like, oh, they were just super plastered or whatever, right? They could have stopped at any point in time. But the way that they go about it is they try to explain it away. Like, well, we were just caught up in a, we were just down and everything like that. And we just kind of got caught up in the moments. We just sit there reminisce about the good times and stuff, and just kind of happen. And we'll just we won't talk about it, and it'll just never happen again. And I'm just like, really? That's how both of y'all gonna sit there and just rationalize this? Yeah, okay. I'm just like, oh, okay. So you have a quick little 5 minute conversation and explain it all away that was just caught up in the moment, and we're concerned about our son, and somehow he needs to sit there and I'm not even gonna get vulgar about it, but like it just was like, really, really. And of course, they're in separate hotel rooms having damn near the exact same conversation. Well, nothing's really going on here, and it'd be better back this way to Genoa City, and just to be close to you, and yada yada yada. And we both look, we look forward to seeing you. And it's just the fact that they married each other's conversation was just like, huh? Now, Victor is questioning Kyle's loyalty. Did you tell your dad that you're working for me? And in all reality, it was Victor that told him himself by bragging to to Diane and Jack and everything like that. Like, you're practically told both of them that your son is working for the devil at this point. So he keeps asking multiple times, can I trust you? Can I trust you? It was like, Victor, you need to sit there and worry if you can trust yourself. But somebody who's supposed to be the great Victor Newman, what was you doing? I don't understand how they actually fumbled the ball on Victor Newman. Then I think on some level he kind of realized, like, oh yeah, okay, maybe I actually did do this. Now Kyle asked a question that he didn't get an answer to. I don't even understand why he asked it for. So you're just practically using me just to get to, just to start this feud with my dad and stuff. Right? I'm like, you already knew that going in. I don't, or something like that. He asked a question that he already knew the answer to. But then he's all like, oh, well, this is a great opportunity, and I get to sit there and show my worth, and yada, yada, yada. And of course, he puts himself as the victim once again. And it's just like, I'm actually at a point where it's like, maybe if this was a couple of days, I would have got all fired up and super angry. At this point, it's just like, oh, okay, so we're playing that card again. Okay, that's cute. That's fun to do. Um, oh, only one page. Uh, I feel like that's pretty much about it. I I'm looking forward to when Summer confronts Kyle about the fact that he's moving. He didn't even bother to sit there and tell Summer about that. The problem is they're both, again. I was sitting there and said that they're both terrible people, right? They're both terrible people, and it's been very rare when I've had to feel bad for both of them. And I felt bad for Summer when Kyle cheated because I felt like that was such a dick move to do. He did it with such little to no regard. And I also felt bad for Kyle when Harris got taken. So I guess that's what they call characters that you love to hate. I don't generally love to hate anyone. And I don't even like to say the word hate. I feel like that's too strong to um, describe a soap character. Anyway, that's much all I got. Let me know in the comment section um, if I missed anything, or better yet, come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We'll talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, and Young and Restless. And I will see you in the next video.